Cinderella Travels. Written, illustrated, and read by Sara's crew.
Long ago, in a tsardom far away, a merchant, his wife, and their daughter lived happily together. One day, the merchant's wife fell ill. She called her daughter to her bedside, saying, "My child, I am dying. I wish to leave you this doll, which my mother once left me." She kissed her daughter on the forehead, and shortly after, she died.
The poor girl was left an orphan, for as they say in Greece, when a girl loses her mother, she becomes an orphan. When her father remarried, the orphan's stepmother saw the beauty and kindness in the girl, and became jealous that her own daughters were ugly and cruel. She set about making life miserable for the poor girl.
The little girl did all the cooking, cleaning, and scrubbing. She waited on her sister hand and foot, curling her hair in the latest Cuban fashions, washing her clothes, and making whatever she wanted for dinner. She was not given a bed to sleep in, but told to tend to the fire always. After spending years near the fire, her skin became scarred and scorched, and her hair became frayed. She went without any beautiful beads or new leather, and often there was not enough food for her at meals.
One day, a magical speckled Irish bull said, "Reach into my ear and you shall no longer be hungry." Pulling out a tablecloth full of food, the girl was ever so thankful, as she never went hungry again. The girl grew into a beautiful young woman.
The day for the Wurzel festival came, and the king decided to find a bride for his son. Cinderella longed to go, but her stepmother said, "You, Cinderella, though you are covered in ashes and soot, you long to go. If you insert these 2 tubs worth of beans from the ashes in the next hour, you may go." The girl broke into tears, for the task seemed impossible.
As she wept, she cried, "Mother, oh mother, Batha, creator of earth, and spirits of my ancestors, hear me and help me, please." The girl felt the wind ripple across the water, and when she looked up, a beautiful woman stood above her. "I am the spirit of the forest, the faithful guardian of all that live and grow here. Do not fear, for your cry has been heard, and your good deeds are known." With that, she called to the spirits of the world to help the young girl.
Even after her chores were done, she was not allowed to go to the Dragon Boat Festival. As soon as her stepmother had left with her daughters, the girl ran to the magic bones of her fish and wept. "I want to go to the festival, but I have nothing to wear. Is there nothing I can do?" In an instant, she found herself dressed in a gown of azure blue with a cloak of kingfisher feathers draped around her shoulders.
On her feet were the most beautiful shoes she had ever seen. From China, golden slippers with a fish scale pattern embroidered in golden thread. In France, glass slippers. In Egypt, rose-red golden slippers. In the Caribbean, elegant pink slippers with embroidered roses. From Cambodia, golden sandals. From India, diamond-covered anklets decorated with tiny bells. And Alaska, fishing boots.
As she admired the beautiful dress, she noticed that her fishing boots were still on her feet. Maybe the dress was long enough and would cover them up, she thought.
Then a shiny Indonesian rock shell pulled up in front of the girl, pulled by a beautiful white horse. She climbed up, took hold of the rings, and in the back of an eye, she found herself at the palace gates.
When she arrived, the fiesta had already begun. All eyes turned toward the guests, and people wondered, who was this beautiful girl? The prince danced with her all night, getting her refreshments and treating her like a princess.
The prince said to her, "It's midnight. Time for the arti. They have asked me to perform the ceremony, and I want you to join me." She gasped. She remembered her promise to Godfather Snake to be home at midnight. She dashed away through the crowd, losing a Judy on her way. The prince found the coin tassel anklet. "Tell every young woman of the land to come and try on the anklet. Plan a celebration, and the maiden whose ankle fits this will be my wife." The pharaoh journeyed through deserts and up steep cliffs to find the girl whose heyday one he held. The longer he searched, the more determined he became to find her. He stopped at every landing along the Nile. Until he came to the girl's village, he ordered his palanquin bearers to join the festival and to find the girl with the missing guru.
Each stepsister took a turn, insisting that the treasure was hers. Try as they may, both sisters' feet were too large for the dainty glass slipper. At the top of the stairs, Grandmother turned Cinderella's rags back into the beautiful gown. The girl said, "No, Godmother, no more magic," and the gown disappeared, replaced by her rags once more. When the prince saw her, he knew this was the girl he had been searching for, and as her foot fit perfectly in the sidewalk, he told her, "You are as beautiful this moment as you were at the ball last night."
Suddenly all the scars and soot vanished from her body. Her beautiful black hair grew long and glossy as the raven's wing. The stepsister pretended to apologize by helping her arrange her hair for the wedding. But it was a trick, and as they jabbed the last magical hairpin into her head, she turned into a bird and flew out the window. The bird visited the prince every day until her stepsister had a cat kill the bird and bury it where. In a time, a persimmon tree grew at an amazing rate. When an old woman picked the only fruit that the tree bore, the young girl was brought back to life.
The prince was so pleased, and the two were married. Villagers from all around were invited to a celebration where a great fest was held. Her father was overjoyed, and her sister became a servant in the queen's household.